let's get into 2021. Keith Thurman versus everyone. The day before Thanksgiving, or on Thanksgiving Day, you were hitting the heavy bag. As you were hitting it, you were naming out Ugas, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Manny Pacquiao, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford. It seems like you've listed out the resume or the remainder of your career. Talk to us about that.
I mean, it's what I do, man. This is a sport, right? This is a sport where, you don't know who you're facing next week. You don't know who you're facing in the up and coming months. You got to negotiate it. They got to be in training camp. Maybe they just had a fight. Maybe you want to fight. They just had a fight. You might have to wait. Boxing's its own thing, man. But at the end of the day, I've done this my whole life, man. And it's all about competing. It's all about competing. I've always competed with the best of the best. Since I was an amateur, I've competed with the best. And I'm going to finish out my career competing with the best. And that's how I feel, man. I just want to keep stepping in the ring, keep doing what I do, entertaining the fight fans, being one of the most exciting welterweights in the welterweight division. I don't need a belt to say that. It's the work that I do. It's the work that I put in. It's the way that I take a hit, and it's the way that I give a hit. That's what makes me one of the most exciting welterweights in the welterweight division today.
Now, you said one of your favorite matchups, or if not the favorite matchup, and the one that you want to return to is the Diego Chavez fight. You want the return of one-time Keith Thurman. How are you going to work yourself through that, injury, surgery, everything that you've gone through? How are you going to work back to that?
I believe it's putting in a little bit extra, man. One thing that I stepped away from for many years is the weight training and sprints. If you want to knock somebody out, it takes a little bit more effort, and then the big question is, you're about to use up all this energy, and then what if you don't get the knockout? Now you're stuck gasping for air, waiting for the next flurry, waiting for your next win so that you can fight back and give another flurry if your opponent was able to take what you were dishing out. It's there's always a risk and a reward to everything you do in that ring. There's a risk and a reward, setting up somebody for a beautiful counter. There's a risk and a reward. You got to time the counter. You don't time it, you're the one getting caught, because you just committed to being the second person to throw, not the first person to throw. If you're going to counter, you're the second person to throw. But you land a nice counter, boom, you can end the fight. So there's all this risk and reward going into every little movement. And I'm just getting ready to take more risk because I want the reward. I'm just ready to take more risk. That's who I was back in those days. I took a lot of risk, I just wanted to dominate my competition. I wasn't competing. I wasn't having split decisions back then. I was dominating, and I still think that I'm capable of doing that. And I just want to manifest that to the best of my ability. 2021, no matter who, what, where, when, why, and how, it's Thurman versus everybody.
Now, as you stated earlier in the interview, when you were going to fight Josecito Lopez, you knew and you admitted it, we were not going to see the best Keith Thurman. When you come back on your next fight, on your comeback fight, are we going to see the best Keith Thurman? And what name is going to bring that out of you?
Well, really, it's the fighting spirit. Me coming off of an L is what's bringing it out of me. You know what I mean? Because the last thing a fighter wants on their resume is to take back-to-back L's, right? Who wants to take a back-to-back L, right? It really reminds me of when we saw Victor Ortiz take his loss to Marcos Maidana and then come back and beat Andre Berto. Of course, Berto, they fought years later, and Berto was able to beat him, and it was a close fight all the way through. But what really allowed Victor Ortiz to dig it out was because he just came off of an L and he didn't want to do it again, And, Muhammad Ali, tons of great fighters, some of the best of all time have taken L's, Real boxing isn't Floyd Mayweather boxing. Real boxing isn't being undefeated. Real boxing is being knocked down, getting up, and fighting like a champion. Real boxing is taking L and then getting the belts right back, like champs do. That, to me, that's real boxing.
You've done it all in this game, man. You've been a world champ. You've been a unified world champ. You've also been an analyst and everything. You've been on TV. You've done it all. Throughout this time, throughout this COVID time, how have you been able to maintain? How have you been able to actually just move forward and progress from it all? And I'm assuming the rest is actually really good as well.
Yeah, a portion of it is good, and then another portion of it is daunting, man. It's like, you know, tired of having all this time doing nothing. You know, limited fights are being made, but we're moving the ball. We're moving forward. We get a little bit of the entertainment industry is rolling. But yeah, man, honestly, I just had my 32nd birthday. And, you know, that's how I feel, man. I feel like I've done it all. You know, I've done so much. The only thing that I can do right now is become champ again. Like I said, take the belt. Watch me get it right back. You know, we want rematch. We want rematch. You know, I mean, I just want to fight. I want to fight the best fighters in the world, like I always have, man. Ever since I was a kid, what I'm doing with my life is living a dream. You know, I'm living a dream. I wanted to be a professional fighter, and I am a professional fighter. And I'm one that brings a ton of entertainment to an industry that I love and admire, just like you. You know, so not only do I get to watch from the outside, but I get to participate from the inside, and I get to participate with the best fighters in the world. You know, I'm not afraid to go. Let it go. If you can beat me, beat me. I've been beaten once. Beat one time, two times. Who's going to beat one time, two times? You know what I'm saying? It don't matter to me, man. It ain't nothing but a small hiccup. It ain't nothing but the judges not giving you the decision. You know, I let the judges choose the winner. That's my fault in the first place. Let these judges. That's Diego Chavez. He didn't see the judges. You know, Carlos Quintana, he ain't see the judges. There's a lot of people, they ain't see the judges, man. And that's what I'm trying to get back to, man. You know, either I'm hurting you or you hurting me. We don't even need these judges, man. Referee, low blows, whatever. But we don't even need these judges from here on out, man. We're going to fight a good fight. That's all it's going to come down to.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else